Hello, everyone, and welcome to Catch World Cup's Grand Finals Mappool Showcase. I am joined today by Fuhi, the legend and the Zizzler. How are you doing today, Mr. Fuhi?
Yeah, what's going on, brah? We're gonna get this showcase on the road straight off the bat. I'm here with big boy Connor as well, my good friend. This is the final map pool. You know, we gotta make it the best, and we're gonna show you what's up.
For sure. Especially, there were some issues with finals week, and every single person involved in the staffing, the mappers, the test players, have all come together to go all out on this Grand Finals map pool. So I'm very excited to present everything to you. But
It's looking good.
Starting out, we'll have our our no mod 1 consistency map. All right, our No Mod 1 consistency map, Cold Fusion, Kanimiko. Sorry for the little lead on there.
What a bait. What a cheeky bait by you, Connor, you little devil.
Mwahaha.
Yeah, what are you thinking, man?
Very much.
For a no mod one like that, straight off the bat, right out of the park, already home run.
Definitely contrasting the more safe consistency picks now that we are into Grand Finals. I hope the players will definitely enjoy this map as much as I do. How did you think it looked,
yeah.
Mr. Fuki?
I mean, that's what's up. We're taking it up a notch. I mean, we should. This should be it. This should be the finale, the epilogue of the entire, accumulation of this tournament. And for the most part, we're gonna see it happen. So, I mean, I'm hyped to be here. Take a look at these maps. See what's up, right? I mean, it was very dense, obviously. I mean, looking at Gemzu here with Zizix as well. I did not expect Zizix to actually collab with Gemzu on this, but very impressive to kind of see him pull up here regardless. There was a lot of different pattern usage through a lot of those different sections, which I was impressed about. And I really hope players do pick into this because I think it's going to be fun to watch, especially the Korea versus US or Korea versus Italy match, especially looking at Italy.
For sure. And the last thing I'll say before we move on is if Kanamiko ever becomes FA and they don't get me as a part of the video or release, I'm uninstalling and quitting forever. So with that being said, we can move on to No Mod 2.
Okay.
Smiley face.
Bruh.
Alright, to have...
Let's get straight into it.
I'm gonna have Ophilux, not a reference to the player that's in the chat right now. And I'm gonna have AR 9.9 with CS 4.2. Nearly 9 stars. There are a lot of patterns in this map that kind of take it to that SR. What do you have to say, Mr. Fuki?
Well, welcome to the finale, man. What are you expecting? Look at that, straight off the bat. Already seen a lot of different unique snaps, staircase patterns. Like I've never even seen a pattern like that before. What is going on? Obviously this is like the tech speed map of the no mod slot, and so I mean we're gonna see it happen. A lot of unique snaps and a lot of like punishing, relentless patterns as well. It's a little similar off to no mod 1 off the bat, what I can see with the way it's kind of maps. But obviously, there's a lot of different snappy techs, so you kind of got to be careful as the player.
For sure, and there are definitely
as well speed.
Yeah, a lot of consistency with these kind of like taps and doubles patterns. So it's definitely gonna favor players who are really good at BPM controlling, you could say.
Yeah, no, this is the zoomer map of the slot here, 100%. I mean, I'm seeing it already. Yeah, it was at 276 BPM taps.
Yeah, extremely fast. Very happy to have Emiru here for Grand Finals. Very fitting stage for him to be mapping in.
I mean, there's just cross map jumps in this. I don't know. I feel like we did take it to the extreme here. I mean, I think that ultimately, oh my, that was a trill right there. That was a jack pattern.
Yeah, coming into this kind of build-up. The build-up's gonna keep going, and it's gonna keep slowly increasing as we reach the final jumps here.
Okay, what? Oh no, whoever picks this against Italy, I am horribly sorry. Okay, wait, what is that gonna be then? Okay.
Illness Lilin moment.
Yeah, there's a little illness Lilin inflation pattern there, but that does not matter because I think the rest of the patterns make up for it. I mean, yeah, there's that one pattern that stand out. Those doubles, those stacked doubles, it made like a staircase going across the screen.
The doubles are really intimidating, and I think this map is going to require a bit more of just to get that pattern down in particular, since it's not really common in the ranked section to ever see those doubles that are that spread out. But I hope our Grand Finals players aren't too intimidated by No Mod 2, because we still have No Mod 3 in the entire pool.
Yeah, this one. This one for a change. Yeah, get ready.
MDR
Little bit
Hutin
of,
Hextagon, the From's low AR map of this pool. Gonna have AR 8.6 with CS5. This is takes the reading test to the extreme. What do you think of some of these patterns, Mr. Fuhi?
I mean, like, just I don't know. Look at it for yourself. Like, this is insanity. I mean, you're literally at 8.6, and you have basically Gemzu hyper slider patterns zooming all across the map with these crazy snaps. I mean, I don't really know what you're gonna really ask for as the player here. I mean, you're given what you get on a silver platter, and you gotta catch it, you know?
For sure.
But,
and you can definitely, if you were to raise the AR, you can see the patterns aren't too strain intensive, especially compared to the previous two maps, but it's just, it is really hard to read and requires some precision from the player.
There's a lot of wiggles as well. I mean, just these crazy hyper changes zooming all across the map as well. A bit of a break spot there. Oh,
Ooh, nice little wiggle.
little yeah. Maybe a reference to that 1 3-hour XCon slider.
Got the little slider tick rate forward just for a little bit, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I did not notice this map was slider tick rate 4. But I think that there should be maps that utilize that gimmick more often.
Me too.
Okay, then we're getting into what looks like the key eye part with these flashes in the background. A
Yeah.
lot of anti-flow wiggle precision.
Bit of a spacing increase
And it's
as well as
speeding up as well.
just from
Something to
things.
speed up. Oh my. Okay, we got a lot of staircases going on. Wiggle part. Oh, and then the density as well. Okay, yeah. So I can see why this is definitely the reading challenge. I mean, there's so much going on. 300. It goes up to 312 BPM as well. That's absolute. That is a menace in itself.
Very
Like
interesting for
gauntlet to
sure.
reach. Oh my.
Really want to see how this gets played in match. Can definitely see it being more of a high risk pick with a lot of these teams.
Yeah, 100%. Alright, straight into it.
Into
Convert.
Unwelcome School, the remix, MRM remix. The song is quite popular among Ketch, so using the remix is kind of a cute homage. We have AR10 as our convert for Grand Finals with regular CS4.
Yeah, so I mean, right off the bat, you're seeing, you know, it's kind of like your typical convert for, you know, what's been the protocol. Except now you're gonna see a lot more of the challenge. A little bit of hyper sliders, you know, some rhythm changes, a couple snaps and cross snaps like that. Kind of reminds me of the saturated column pattern. And not much else to really say. You know, it's just be ready as the player, to be honest.
I also do want to say that this map is not 11 stars. I don't know why that bug
Wait,
is.
I just realized that. Wait, what?
It is not 11 stars. It is 7.3 per catch. 7.31 per catch. A very strange bug that just gave every player and their mother a heart attack. I apologize.
Well, that reminds me of that one incident a couple years back where one of the maps got loved and then ranked with Hard Rock, and it was like 11 stars, and people started abusing it and getting like 1K PP scores. It's like Lion's Heart or something.
Yeah, this is not one of those. Very condensed wiggle convert that will.
I'd hope not. Oh wow, yeah. That pattern right there. A little bit of a sun snap. It's nothing overbearing. Okay, until you get to this part. This part's okay. Yeah. This part's definitely a lot more tricky than I actually anticipated.
Doubles part. Who doesn't love their doubles?
Okay, that's crazy to see that in a convert, especially. This looks like it was almost mapped for a specific.
The condensed streams fit really well here.
A little bit of awkward spacing as well is what I'm noticing. Wow, okay. Oh. Okay, yeah, no, that's... Wow. Was that a Wizard Hyperdash in between those two fruits?
Mayhaps.
Okay. Well, yeah, whoever picked this, I mean, kudos to you. And that was a far non-Hyperdash slider as well at that ending. There's a lot going on there. So much like uneven spacings in like amongst the wiggles as well. And then there's that one like Hyperdash wiggle that's 190 BPM that goes immediately into a non-Hyperdash edge dash wiggle pattern.
Yeah, a lot of
Which,
content.
I mean, I could see a lot of people tripping up on.
Yeah, jumping into Hidden 1 though, gonna kind of keep up with the very intense theme of Grand Finals. Going to be World's End Loneliness, mapped by Gigas. People expecting the low AR, only to get the exact opposite result, with AR 9.8 tending to be our kind of meta, very intense map with Hidden, considering this is often how Hidden is played among the highest level, putting Hidden on these very hard 8 to 9 star maps.
Got him. You thought. You thought. We were seeing Gigas' return again. Back and again, I mean, we kind of already know what Gigas is known for the most part. He's kind of like the American Gemzu, I would call it.
You love Gemzu
a lot of these
today.
Well, dude, Gemzu's been like the core part of this. What do you mean?
I'm just saying.
You say that we won't see a Gemzu TB as well, right? Like, I mean, you never know, right? Anyways, I mean, back to the actual map. We're kind of seeing these, you know, these expected patterns. That's it from Gigas. I mean, a lot of wiggles, just snaps flying everywhere across the map. I mean, the AR fits pretty well for the actual density of the pattern. So because, oh, wow, look at that! Immediately off the bat, 1/8 snaps, showing you that this is more of the speedy map for sure.
Definitely
some
a
harsh
lot of
anti-flow as well.
A lot of anti-flow and turnarounds, very quick turnarounds. Not exactly really dense on the reading at all, but just trying to test the very meta use of Hidden by having it used on such a kind of high AR difficult map.
Exactly, we've seen a couple of taps there as well.
Happy to also see Gigas choosing to map DD Dice. Sure, he's not artist on the TV this year, but kind of seeing a little catch the glory return here. Very enjoyable. Ooh, he shut up.
Maybe not. We'll see. I mean, that's probably like a reference to the dip name as well, right? If you think about it, Crowning Glory.
Yeah, intentional.
Is it intentional or I don't know? Is it? Not?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Well, anyways, I mean, can you believe that we're only halfway through this Hidden 1, right? This looks like one of those speed maps that are only like 2 minutes long. They test your skill and then you're done. But no, this is like a stamina drain as well.
Yeah, a lot of content.
Horrible on the stamina.
You do get this nice little lenient build-up part. Not one of those build-up parts that's still strenuous or difficult. But it does not last too long.
Sure not. I mean, it's only a little break, right? You still have a quarter of the map left. Turn into more of like a consistency stamina part, but then I think we're about to get into a Ki here from the looks of it. No, actually, I am. It just definitely baited me out. We're going into a slow part. This certainly has to be the build-up. I mean, we're gonna expect to see. Yeah, okay, we got these little anti-flow little taps here, going straight into a build-up, and here we go. The Ki part. A lot of wiggle turnarounds. Wow. Okay.
Even more turnarounds than before as well.
So many chains with hyper dashes here. Oh, little 1/8 pattern there. Zoom pattern. So okay, this is just the wiggle map. This is more wiggly than No Mod 1. Little tap part into a wiggle, into a 1/8 wiggle.
Bit of a final jumpy breakdown part here before finally giving
Okay.
you a much-needed burst as necessary.
Ooh. Oh, okay. That was okay. I think there was a 8 hyper dash chain wiggle. I mean, what else are you expecting for the grand finals, all right? I mean, I think you should have high expectations for the most part.
Definitely plenty of places to get tripped up. Moving on to Hidden 2, though. A very big ploy onto Hidden 1. This map is going to be Shannon's Theorem, mapped by Dika, with AR 7.8 and CS5. It's going to be a hyper dashless map.
I mean, listen, if you were the speed reader in school, you better be good at this too, because you got to be ready. Obviously, this is the reading finale of the hidden pool. The hardest thing that we could make for reading. And so I wish all players who play it, best of luck. Please don't ban it. I'm looking
don't ban
at
it.
A certain team. Please practice it. I promise you can get good at it if you just play it enough. So please practice this. I don't want to see 3 bans on it too.
Yeah. A lot of catch players are going to be hitting the books this week. Got to learn to read so you can read this map.
Well, I think a lot of them are going to practice. A lot of them got to study anyways, right? I mean, well, not a lot. 3 teams. Unless you just want to play this for the fun of it, then go ahead. But, yeah, we only have 18 players actually having to really practice this. I could see a handful of people. But, for the most part, this is just timing hell right here. A lot of little, like you can see how much EasyGone is pressing the dash key as well in some of these little small parts where there's tabs to do.
Yeah, a lot of things that are standable as well.
Oh my. That little precision pattern at the ending as well.
I love it a lot.
There's a lot of pulls and turns there with those sliders as well. Really aggressive, sharp pulls, and then, I mean, with the AR combined, it is an absolute disaster for a couple of people for sure.
Yeah, very
Anyways,
impressive
moving
replay
on
by EasyGone.
to the hidden 3.
Gonna have sorry, Utakata, mapped by Yumino Himiko. Also gonna be a kind of higher AR, but more based off of spacings rather than the tense Gigas anti-flow patterns.
Yeah, so we're no longer gonna get into the Gemzu maps. Although it may look
There are
like
still
it, but...
there are still stacks, but it does play a lot differently.
I mean, you can see the replayer's name. I mean, Saxco Burr, was he really lying to you? I mean, there's just so much density flying across the screen. Obviously, really tricky precision parts for the most part with all the stacks. You gotta be careful with, how you're moving your catcher.
Yeah, definitely the dense hidden pick of this round.
The classic hyper slider.
Right before jumping right back into
pattern.
the stacks go burr. Here we go.
Yeah. Hyper slider spam into the machine gun. Boom. Yeah, mixing with a couple wiggles as well. Oh my.
Definitely one of those maps that will be extremely scary because your misses will vary so much on how much score they actually drop. So it can definitely be seen as a riskier pick.
Oh, 100%. I mean, there's a couple wiggles of those dense stacks that you can get away with missing, but like with those big circular ones, if you end up missing those, you're pulling a lot of points down for your team. Really easy to trip up as well.
I also find it a little funny that this map isn't even 7 stars. How crazy is that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, star rating is a little, it's been a little off for a while. Pretty long time. I mean, as we've seen with Hidden 2. Anyways, moving straight into the Hard Rock 1 pick.
Have Undead Corporation Flowering Night Fever, mapped by both Rockma and Gate. Gonna have CS 4.6 with Hard Rock applied, and greatly contrasting Hidden 3 with the huge SR jump into nearly 9 stars, being at 8.8. Very high BPM with a lot of patterns that suit that with these short taps.
You know, being a little bit of a metal enjoyer myself, you know, the Giga Chat metal enjoyer.
Yeah.
I love seeing that this band actually got mapped for Grand Finals, and it's 4 minutes long. I won't say what I'll do with it, but it's looking real interesting off the bat. There's a lot of dense. I think these are 1/4 streams, right? Yeah, 290 BPM, 1/4 streams. There's a lot of turnaround anti-flow as well. Oh my, and then there's the classic chains as well.
With a few hyper dashless, kind of really fast turnarounds as well.
But of course, in this part right here, I'd expect there to be like a lot more jumps mixed in with the, yeah, like that right there. Those little bursts of 1/4. Wait, you gotta keep in mind, this is 4 minutes long. Whoa, that what? Good emphasis there from the
vocal emphasis.
That. Yeah,
Smiley
the vocal
face.
emphasis there was excellent for sure.
Very
Obviously,
consistent.
heavy onto focus here.
You could definitely see this as one of, if not the most stamina draining map in the pool. Not letting up, unlike Hidden 1.
I mean, of course, with 290 BPM, a lot of players are gonna get tired from this. Like, this is one of the maps that you have to kind of warm up on beforehand. You know, I would love to see. I mean, I would love to say that I want to see Andrew on this map, but I'm not sure if Andrew even. You know, if Andrew can hold the stamina for this long. I mean, Andrew, you know, let me know. But I'd love to see you on this map, but obviously this is stamina. I mean, this is the hardest stamina that we get here for sure. 'Cause we just hit the halfway mark. We're only 1700 combo down.
Still got.
There's obviously a little break here as well, but like it's still not even. It's not even.
We're moving
It's not
into
even a
the
break.
solo, even with a third of the map left.
So many turnarounds, small little wiggle parts.
And seeing a drop from one of those hyper
guitar
sliders
there.
as well. A very long-lasting guitar solo. Here is your break. Did you miss it?
Here,
You may
here's
have
your
blinked.
break. Yeah, you may have blinked. Yeah, that's a lot of these maps. So you can't blink. You're not allowed to blink. You blink, it's game over. So if anyone misses a match, I'm gonna know if you blinked. Okay.
Or just eye drops beforehand. Advisor
I
recommendation.
think that's what a certain guy on the South Korean team does already. He's got a little bit of a strategy for himself. I think we're just he's ahead of the game. I think he knows what he's doing. Anyways, get into the final part here. Expect to see some 1/4s probably coming in here. Yeah. Oh no, it's a 1/3 part. Okay, 1/3 wiggle part with anti-flow as well. Combined.
A lot of wiggles though.
A lot of these repeating anti-flow wiggle parts. Wow. David Rockwood did not
Black on
make
this
this
one.
easy whatsoever. Oh my. Yeah, they showed up and they definitely delivered. 4-minute shipping.
Now moving
Anyways.
on, XCon in Grand Finals. Already very excited. Another lie, mapped by XCon, almost CS7 for Grand Finals. Very heavy precision here. Why don't you say how it looks so far, Mr. Fuhi?
I'm gonna say honestly, it doesn't look too jarring right now.
Yeah.
Until you until you slowly get further into the map, and then you look up at the top right, and you see there's a little bit of an act drop from our replayer motion here. I don't know if that's a sign to see in the match as well, or a sign for the map in general. Definitely a lot of control if you're expecting XCon CS7. You know how he is with those sliders on, I think it was DT4? 2 rounds ago?
It was VT4.
I would say to the players who are playing this, prepare yourself.
Definitely a map that's not as
Greatly.
flashy as some of the previous ones, but it's extremely easy to choke with the CS, and there are still plenty of act drops that you can choose to go for, or not.
That's what I really like about these drop the maps, is it kind of builds a little bit of a strategy for the team as well. Like, which person will try to risk it for the droplets, and which people will just literally not catch them at all. For the purpose of, oh my! Sorry to just break my chain of thought there, but I just got memorized by that wiggle CS7 hard rock pattern there with the droplets. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, there's a... I mean, I can't even keep up with my own thought here. I'm looking at there's just so much little accuracy, little gimmick movements needed in general as well to catching a lot of this.
Definitely really fun emphasis of the song. You got to see the slider take right before coming back into the slide anti-flow part.
Like, on top of being a precision map, it's also a little bit of a speed test as well, which is, you know, this is kind of the XCon pick for sure. It's pretty much everything within one map.
Bit of a spike at the end here as well.
Look at this. Look at these patterns. Yeah, a little reminder that this is CS 6.76 being slotted with these patterns, so prepare yourself greatly.
Definitely a lot of content in this map, from the jumps to the hyper sliders, even to the unique streams that you see at the kind of solo section. Very much enjoyable precision pick for Hard Rock. Moving on to our
Love to see it.
final Hard Rock, though. Link Zero, featuring, oh boy, Yuso Gidenki with Iro no Yoshiro, mapped by ZYX, the kind of more mechanical standard Hard Rock map compared to the other two. Jumping right into it as well.
I mean, yeah, straight off the bat, a lot of these little anti-flow patternings, kind of like we've seen in No Mod 1, obviously, you know, him being one of the creators. I mean, we see a lot of those patterns get utilized here. A lot of similar type of patterning. We're not 2 BPM, so it's not too jarring, I'd say, on the player. But obviously, testing a lot of those mechanic skills, a lot of those snappy skills, mixed in with those sudden wiggle bursts.
Bit of far dashes, but if you compare this to Hard Rock 1, you can definitely see this as a safer pick. Something that's a lot more quick, the length being still a lot shorter than No Mod 1, even with some slow content as well.
I mean, obviously, a little bit of a slow part here as well. I feel like this turns into more of a reading part, a little bit more than a mechanic part. But then always straight into it again.
Some slightly awkward
platter
mechanics
control.
for...
Yeah, 100%. That's a lot of platter control there. Ooh, yeah, right there. That was an awkward pattern, 100%.
Have the breakdown though.
Couple of turnarounds, as you would say. And okay, we're seeing like really sudden 1/8 snaps there mixed in as well. A little stealthy. if you would catch it. I mean, the platter just jumps from one side of the screen to the other in like literally a split second.
Yeah, Twitch chat catching on that these are a lot of Gemzu hyper sliders. Guess that's what we should call them for the rest of the stream, I think.
Gemzu, yeah, did Gemzu ghost map like almost this entire pool? What's going on?
I think he mapped every hyper slider. Yeah.
Wait, I think he invented the hyper slider.
Yeah. Good for him.
Guys.
Give a shout out to Gemzu in Twitch chat.
He is he's the Da Vinci of the hyper slider, yeah.
Oh, that's a good way to say it.
That's the Mona Lisa hyper slider right there, obviously. And I mean, we're seeing as we're getting into this canvas that is clearly on the screen right now, painting our eyes with a load of hyper sliders. You know, there's just a little too much actually going on. Obviously, the map got a lot more wider. It went from being dense to this being this wide, jumpy hyper slider tech, obviously, which is what we're expecting from Mr. ZYX, as you would call him.
Yeah, definite spacing increase in that last section there, and a lot of turnarounds. But that should be it for our Hard Rock pool. Moving on to the Double Time pool. Gonna have Over the Top, one of the greatest anime songs in the world, mapped by Ascendance, with AR 9.2 for our DT1. The song itself is really high BPM, being 318. So definitely very fast, going to be on the higher end of the kind of meta overdose that a lot of these DT players are used to.
Yeah, exactly. This was a couple days ago, actually. Mike submitted this map in. Mike is Ascendance. Submitted this map in, and it was 9 stars. 9-star DT1. Don't get me wrong, I thought it was fine, but obviously we kind of have to tone it down, make it a little more consistent for the players, so it isn't, you know, much of a drop off in terms of last round. Obviously, this is definitely a step up from DT1 last year. You know, seeing Aricio play DT1 from last year and then this DT, obviously a lot more of a step up. But at the same time, I think if players practice this map actually enough, you know, they put in the practice, I think this can be 100% a viable pick for, especially looking at Italy. I think if Arma and Kame really focus in on this, I think this is a good point for them. And
hey,
maybe a little bit of US as well.
Fuhi.
Yeah?
The One Piece is real.
We get much higher!
So high!
I mean, the star rating's already high. Can we get much higher is the question.
I think we can.
Next year. Can we see a 10-star DT1 in 2 years' time? It's all reliant on if the players can get better and not get skill shoot.
I feel a need to call this out on chat, as it's already been pointed out. No combo colors. Classic theme. They will be added when the map is uploaded.
No combo colors. Classic Ascendance moment there. Speed mapping his DT1. Forgetting the combo colors.
Very stream heavy. There is definitely some SR inflation, you could say. Because the streams themselves are more turnaround based rather than having a lot of harsh anti-flow. So it's a matter of if you can keep up consistently.
And we're getting into the build-up here. Oh, and we're actually seeing, yeah. For the most part, though, I mean, Aricio, which is our replayer, I mean, does prove that it is. It's more of that consistency pick. I mean, he's catching most of the stuff. Kind of like his child's play.
Yeah, why'd you leak the replayer?
I mean, listen, man. You look on his Discord name. His name is literally Zeva. I mean, is it not that hard to tell?
I guess. Bit of a spacing increase in this last part, though. You're right.
Oh, yeah, of course, it is the build-up. I mean, it's over the top.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Well, it is over the top, man.
Yeah. Jumping right into DT2, though. Gonna have Impulse mapped by Dust. going to be a lot more dense than the previous map, being AR. Being only AR 8.8. Still fast, but definitely going to be a bit tougher to read, with a lot of notes looking so much closer together than before, and a lot of these streams as well.
Yeah, like right off the bat. I mean, obviously with that lower AR, we're expecting density, but then we also get this at the same time. We're getting density on density, so I mean, I think the D in double time stands for density time. I think this is what it actually stands for. So we got density time 2. Obviously, we're already halfway through the map, by the way, so this map is incredibly short. But there is a lot of small little movements as the player that you actually need to be careful of here.
The song itself also being among a lot of the shorter ones, being extremely fast, but extremely dense, with this being the one break that you'll get, so hold your breath. Exactly,
and any miss here, to be honest, will really bring down any team. So I could see this being like a viable risk pick for the teams, 100%. One miss will greatly impact scoreline, 100%. We're seeing a lot of these wiggly flow patterns, mixed in with anti-flow as well.
And a bit of dense streaming to end off.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. And just like that, like a snap of a finger, it's done.
Now jumping into DT3, Queen Alette by Archer. This is actually going to be the high AR of the pool, being AR 9.3. Shout out to all the DT players left in the chat. The Creeper having both a 9.2 and 9.3. Making sure to have an option so that one high AR DT doesn't just get banned.
Yeah, exactly. So you're pretty much guaranteed to be playing one of these DTs unless both teams ban DT1 and DT3. Which at that point, what are you doing? Stop being a speed hater, just join the club. Anyways, we're already seeing these classic stream patterns. About 1/3 and 1/6 usage already off the bat.
You are going to have to make the decision too, between either lasting on AR 9.2 for an extended period or 9.3 for a very shorter period.
Yeah, exactly. But I think even then, like the 9.3 here, I don't think really beats the entire step up that was DT1. Although we are getting into, we're not done the map yet, but there's still, I don't know, I think for the most part DT1 seems a bit harder. Just the overall strain. There's still a lot of just turnaround patterns here.
Yeah, this map is slightly less conventional, with some of its stream shapes being a bit condensed compared to Ascendus's DT1. So it can be risky either way, depending on the player.
I'd also like to mention that these DT3 and DT1 are both the same BPM, except I feel DT3 probably has the more unforgiving type of patterns, where it's a lot of turnarounds, compared to DT1, where it's more of a flowy based, type of DT map.
Moving on to our DT pool, though. We got our Dika background, also mapped by Dika. Always greatly appreciated. Oh, I have to pronounce this song, don't I? Rudy, can you pronounce this song?
Go for it. Yeah, what do we got here? Oh boy. Yeah, so we got Shinra Bancho.
Okay.
Marisa wa tahen na mono no musunde himashita. And this is the artist's version. Shinra Bancho. An extra difficulty name by Dika 312.
Well done, Mr. Fuki.
That's the last time you're gonna hear me pronounce something.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is one of the shorter maps as well. 2 minutes 24 in length. 165 BPM, but you're already noticing it's definitely a type of precision-y map. A lot of wide-screen mapping, just a lot of aggressive slider pulls.
Definitely a bit more accuracy-based as well. As I say, with the longest slider in the history of the world.
Oh my.
And a lot more linear base. The patterns are definitely close together when you get into these dense sections like this. Bit of a walk test section, which can be very easy to get tripped up on. Bit of spinner note shenanigans, not too difficult to learn.
I also just realized the song that this was covering. This is one of the classic maps back in the day.
Yeah, CWC has been quite the Toho invasion.
This is another Toho invasion?
Perhaps.
Oh my. Yeah, that is the DT gimmick pick. And straight into the mix mod.
We're on to Mix Mod 1. Just how close are we to Grand Finals tiebreaker?
I don't know. It's looking like we got another 6 maps to go, or something like that.
Yeah, nice bait, buddy. Moving on, though, we got Justice Monster by FD Fluorite. Slider tick rate 4. Definitely dense for the no mod and hidden player, but things will definitely grow quite a bit wider with the HR player.
Already a pretty banger song for the most part.
Accompanied with the 4 Seasons background.
And I don't really know if you recognize this off the bat, but there are no droplets in this map.
Slider tick rate 4 moment.
Yeah, so you have a little bit of a challenge on your hands here.
Definitely anti-accuracy based. The flow itself is pretty simple compared to the other maps we've seen so far. Even with this double part, nothing too intense from the flow perspective, with some kind of slower taps compared to everything. I would like to think of this as one of the safer picks in the pool.
And of course, this is also the this is another Toho song, surprise, surprise. Mixed with Eurobeat as well, which you can kind of tell from just the song in general. Absolute banger. Thank you, FD Fluorite, for giving this map some shine.
Encouraging the Toho invasion.
I wouldn't say that, but I'm not the proudest supporter.
Wow.
But I gotta say, you know, the map's definitely a slapper. I mean, you can't be lying.
Sure.
I can't lie to you. A little bit of wiggly patterns here. Oh wow, okay, that was a stack and a half though.
The stacks definitely become a bit rougher with
I'm
the
thinking
HR.
Hard Rock players. Yeah.
It's
that
interesting
poor Hard Rock
because
player.
they become mechanically harder, but having the density removed also does make a lot of the map kind of easier to read for these top level players.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of like their hard part basically. That's the diff spike for them. Yeah, it's kind of just like repeating the same concepts. A couple of stacks mixed in between here. With these little jumpy, wiggly parts as well.
And moving into the last quarter, still not letting up that much, but a bit easier patterning. song refusing to give a break, though.
Oh, there are no breaks in the Grand Finals, Connor.
I apologize.
We don't allow players to do that. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What do you think this is? Yeah, no breaks allowed in the Usu Catch World Cup. Pure intensity.
Also,
Obviously moving into the left sliver of the map here.
With an increase in spacings as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Bobber wording it perfectly. Pausing is cheating. Could not agree more.
Exactly, and I mean, we don't let players pause in the Grand Finals. We need to test you on this final exam, you know what I mean?
Moving on to Mixed Mod 2. Gonna be quite a bit of a ploy to Mixed Mod 1. Gonna be Cross Revolution. Mapped by Rockma. AR 8.4, CS 4.3. Would be dense in the AR aspect, which is something you can definitely see immediately.
Oh yeah. And the patterning as well does not let up either. A lot of little wiggly patterns. Looks already like quite a little bit of control needed for the platter. Just judging off of that first little wiggle pattern, and Rockma is pretty known for asking players for a lot of control mixed with speed as well. So getting into a small little ki part here.
A lot of
wiggly droplet sliders there. Don't know if you realize that, Connor, but a pretty big theme for the Grand Finals is a lot of wiggles and a lot of hyper sliders like that.
I already told you, Gem Zoom mapped every hyper slide.
And a lot of these little... Okay, wow. Yeah, this is AR 8.4, by the way, and this is a mixed mod map. So I'm looking at the Hard Rock and In players here. Whoever's playing Hard Rock on this too, I'm very sorry for you. Wow, that looks complicated with Hard Rock. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, Connor, but that looks like a disk spike and a half.
It's definitely some very unique shift usage because it's not walkable, but obviously it's extremely hard to like tap movement that fast. So definitely gonna be curious to see who playing Hard Rock can hit that stream.
Getting into the last of the ki part, we see these like standstill hyperslides as well, where it requires you to stand still for just a second to catch that big tick, and then shift over your platter just barely to the left or right to catch the actual fruit. Beautiful, beautiful map. Beautiful.
We just have
Good
one
luck.
map left in between us and Grand Finals tiebreaker.
What do you mean, bro? It's at 6.
My bad.
Actually,
okay.
there is no tiebreaker. We're just gonna rerun the stream again. We're gonna go back to no mod 1.
I chose to cast with this guy. Okay. Anyway, Technoplanet, End of the Fairy Tale by Auto Fanboy. A kind of middle ground between Mixed Mod 1 and Mixed Mod 2. Being a bit dense reading-wise, but not nearly as dense as Hidden 2, while still also kind of having the high CS to make it stand out from the two. The mapping is mostly conventional though, with some of these tricky sliders, but the high BPM helps to make it more difficult.
We're seeing that theme again. Hyper sliders, a couple of streams as well. With a little bit of broken up chains in the in-between as well, in the mix.
Even through the build-up part, we still see the very consistent 250 BPM streams.
Exactly. Okay, we're getting into the solo now. Expect to see a lot more of that. Yep, right here. Although not too complicated of patterning, to be honest with you.
You can already see people tuning in for the Grand Finals tiebreaker. We're almost there.
Yeah, get ready,
6
boys.
maps away. Sorry, 6 maps away.
Yep. So, yeah, go and cook some food because we're about 30 minutes away. Anyways, cluing up this Mixed Mod 3 here, getting to the last sliver of the map. Obviously, in my opinion, this is probably, I don't know if it's easier than Mixed Mod 1. I'm not sure. It's definitely easier than Mixed Mod 2. 100%. I mean, Mixed Mod 2 had 1/7 streams. That is a very peculiar snap.
You can definitely see this one being more tricky for the HR player, considering the high CS. And, well, with that being said, we have
All
made
right.
it,
What do we
everyone.
have? What do we have here? It seems like we've reached a door. We've reached the end of the road. I'm looking down here, Connor, and there seems to be a void.
I think we should take the
As
jump,
I'm
Fuhi.
sitting in my bathtub right now, I realize there's a principle. You
I
know,
think we should
there's a
take the
principle.
jump.
I realize volume. You think we should
Fuhi,
take the jump into the
jump in with
bathtub?
me, Fuhi. Jump! Let's fucking jump!
Let's
Jump!
go!
And that was it, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank Hardcore Utopia for allowing us to be able to work with some of their artists for these songs. That definitely is greatly appreciated, being able to have Evrika as the tiebreaker. I'd also like to thank QRA for drawing the background. Absolutely amazing work, and I'd love to see the progress every step of the way. And Yumino Himiko for making the storyboard. I feel everything turned out beautifully, and watching these two work together was truly amazing. Fuhi, do you have anything to say about the map itself?
I mean, yeah, man, getting out of that water, that bathtub was pretty interesting because we went down the road. I mean, I feel like we just time traveled. You know, and if you didn't notice, Gemzu's reference on Twitter yesterday was actually a reference to Back to the Future, where the Doc exclaims "Great Scott," which is a direct reference to this tiebreaker right here. Anyways, that was a completely, obviously, amazing map. There's a lot of patterns, obviously, I loved in there. You know, looking at a couple parts. But I really hope to see a tiebreaker this year, even though the teams probably don't want to see one. I'd love to see the players actually play this. There's obviously a couple of really interesting gimmicky parts there that there's a couple patterns there that aren't usually utilized in your average map, but obviously we have to change it up, right? A lot of filled with a load of different gimmicks. Like there's that ending, that complete ending. I think it's still a hyper walk. I'm not sure, but you can hold dash on it too. Anyways, yeah, full of a lot of variety, and I'm excited to see if we get to see it. You know, the big shining tiebreaker when we see these matches coming up next week.
Gonna be very excited to see it, and that is gonna be it for me on the commentary desk this year. Thank you for joining me, Fuhi, for the last Mappool Showcase of the year. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you, all the mappers, and having the entire team together.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for everybody. I mean, thanks to the entire staff team.
Coming up with a lot of unique maps this year. We got to utilize laser so much more in generating a lot of these maps. And I feel we are able to push forward, and we're able to provide so much content for the game. So thank you, everyone that contributed. And the last thing I have to say is the Yoshi this round is extremely difficult. And I wish whoever is on a goal to find it luck. You might have to think outside the box a little bit for how to find the Yoshi. And that is all I will say. Thank you, everyone. And see you next time.
Yeah. Good luck to all these players. And this is it. Make the best of it. Let's go. Carpe diem.